Cash.
All right, yeah, we're good.
Once again, you know where we at.
We're back in the kitchen.
Yapping in the kitchen is Jay, the speaker, to your left.
Dwayne K to the right, and we're here, man. We're here.
Let's get right to it, man.
Let's get right to it. So, yo, a lot of these guys nowadays think they're Judge Mathis. They think they're Judge Judy. They think they're Judge Joe Brown. Do you know why?
Why that?
Because they're judging these girls. I don't think men should be judging these girls. You know, I get a lot of girls asking me or telling me, you know, we can't sleep on the first date. If we did sleep on the first date, what would you think of me? What would you think of a girl that you slept with on the first date?
What do you mean what I think? I got to know the full gist of the question before I just throw an answer out there.
Well, I mean, how many other, hold on, okay, how many other elements could that question have? What would go through your mind if you were talking to a girl for, like, let's say a month? Not even a month. No, that's too long. You were talking to a girl for a week. You met her randomly, spoke to her. You guys exchanged numbers or whatever. Talked to her for about a week. The next weekend, you guys went out. And, you know, you had a fun time.
You're saying if I wife her, sleeping with her.
Yeah. Would you take her seriously?
You're damn right I'd wife her.
You'd wife her?
Yeah, 100%.
So, okay, what about a girl who you knew was playing around and she's like, oh, I'm going to make you wait 3 months. Would you wife that girl?
Well, during those 3 months, guess what we're going to do? We're going to be looking at your life and see what your life looks like. Because Instagram's a goddamn liar. Snapchat's a liar. Facebook's a liar. I want to see what your life looks like. So if we're going to be playing this game, you better have your life together. You know what I'm saying? You better have your life together. So if we're going to play that game, then we're going to be doing that. We'll be evaluating life. And that's good. I'm all for that. But like I said, if I meet a girl first day and we boom, sugar boom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll wife her, depending on how it goes from there. It's not really a judgmental thing where I'm like, yo, she gave me the thing on the first date or first night meeting the girl. No, let's see what the relationship turns into. I'll give it a chance.
Okay.
I'm not thinking, oh, she's less of anything. To me, that means nothing. That means the whole chase is done in a sense. The chase still continues, depending if the girl gets lazy or not. If she's still, you know, popping and doing her thing, then it never gets boring. But if you don't get that, part of the relationship at the beginning is trying to get the boom shaka boom. So you know what I'm saying? So you get that out of the way, you're honestly forced to see who that person is at that moment.
So at what point, like, would you say, yo, not even that chase is done, but your game is just too tight, that you were able to do what you did in a short span of time, that she really liked you?
That too, right? You know, like.
And why is it wrong for, like, nowadays for a girl to really like a guy and for them to connect so quickly? Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to get at, because I think a lot of guys are judging women, and I think it's wrong, because if a woman really likes you, you know, why would she not have the right to take things to the next level if she wants to take it that same day?
Yeah,
that same night.
You gotta. A lot, because I met some girls in my little time here on Earth where some of the girls were in a drought. You know, I just happened to be there and things just popped off, but it was more like it was like a savior, like a shining armor, and you know, I fit the pedigree and they wanted it and it just happened. And then after that was out of the way, you know, the pillow talking started, and you know, I'm a sucker for the pillow talking. You know what I'm saying? So anything under the pillow talking, I don't know. I'm believing everything. So.
What's the pillow talking though? You got to break that down, because
after you, like I say, once the climax is settled, that's when the pillow talking starts for me. It's not before. We gotta get the climax. When we're coming down the hill, then we can talk. But I'm just, you know, you're in a state of just like, you know, you've enjoyed each other, you've shared everything with each other. Just keep sharing, you know.
Yeah.
You can make requests that maybe you wouldn't make before, you know. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. I'm saying this. I got nothing.
Nah, man. I mean, I hear it a lot. Like I said, I hear it a lot. You know, girls complaining, guys out here. But the drought thing, which is funny, because it seems like a person would rather conform to a rule than do something that makes them happy. So you mentioned, like, there's girls in droughts. You said there's girls in droughts, right? So why are they in a drought in the first place? And that's one thing I'm like, yo, at what point do you evaluate what you've been doing and say, you know what, this is not working for me? If I want something, I have to change something up. Even if someone's been telling you, okay, you got to do it this way.
Yeah.
If you don't want that result, you have to change something.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I think we're in a time right now where people would rather follow like the advice of something that doesn't benefit them.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then on the flip side to that, you got guys now telling them, or making it seem like if you actually do something, yo, you're never going to see me again because I'm going to label you a certain way.
See, that it's a trickery game, right? And the ladies have the short end of the stick on this because not every guy wants to, slam right off the bat, but it's a deep urge. Men.
You don't think so? You don't think everybody wants to slam right off the bat?
There's lots of priests out there, who are celibate to death, and there's guys who want that, to be, which is good. It's written, in a lot of religious texts, and it's a good practice. But
celibacy
outside of that, like sex is a need for men. So for a guy to judge a woman based on that, like, it's tough. The only thing I would say is this: there is a doubt, even if the girl was going through a drought, and you're like, okay, I believe it. But then, what if the girl's like a little like blows your socks off, like to a point where you're like, no, you're not in no drought. Yeah, I was watching porn and this and that, and, that's why I learned these things. I just my first time trying it. Like, don't ever say this is your first time. Just don't say it. Just when someone asks like, yo, how'd you get so good at this? Just keep doing it or avoid the question. Don't say this is my first time trying it, because saying you watch some videos and then you're the best ever, it's hard to be believed.
Yo, you think they know that what they're doing is on point, and when they say it's my first time trying it?
It's also a gimmick too at the same time. So like I said, as a woman, just avoid that first time ever. Don't even mention that, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing I would say. The doubt is there as a guy. Like if she's like this is the thing. I'm not saying girls should be just a sack of potatoes laying there. But if you're laying there, you're honestly judged better because you're like, oh shit, she's a.
But hold on, but I gotta disagree, because in the way our society is right now, why are we expecting people to be virgins at later on in the game?
Yeah.
Right? So what doubt? Like, why would a guy even ask, yo, how many times have you done this? Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying, but when someone's in a drought, like, haven't been with someone in years, 3, 4, 5 years, and they're just coming out of the gate like this, it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's not every situation, but if you hear the word drought, it kind of makes it seem like, okay, you went back to kindergarten, you're going to go back to the basics, your time is going to be off. But if they're in there slam dunking LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Steph Curry for the 3-point line, you're just like, hold on, what was I doing?
But what happens if you let a hungry lion out of the cage?
That's the thing. But it's rare to see that, right?
Okay.
It's rare to see that, because for those guys who watch, Christy Mack and those type of, Tiana
Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, Stormy Daniels. If you watch those things, you've seen girls outgoing, and you're like, damn, okay, these are experienced women.
Yeah.
So if you see a woman like this, it's like, but that could go back to if you watched all those videos before in your little nighttime, then you're judging based on your previous experience.
What you see, yeah.
That's what I would say. Like, but at the same time, girl, just avoid that question. You know what I'm saying?
So avoid the answer of this is my first time.
Don't even say it.
Don't even say it.
So good at this.
So you're saying the judgmental aspect has two parts. You're saying. Mm-hmm. One part is a guy and one part is a girl. Don't just be real on both ends. You're saying.
Just be real, right? Because nobody wants a guy or a girl that I can't even say that.
What are you gonna say?
Partners, because it's judgmental. Guys don't want a girl who has like 20 guys on the go or has a body count, triple digits or even double digits. It's it's hurting the ego of a man. It's like, yo, I gotta be 20 guys, and like I said, it's just too much stuff going on in the guy's head. You know what I'm saying? So certain things just don't mention.
Okay.
And as a guy dealing with a girl who hit on the first night, maybe listen, man, like.
You can settle down.
You could still wife her.
Yeah, you put a ring on it. You can put a ring on it.
You can put a ring on it. Why not?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I feel you. Okay. All right. Well, you know, so I guess that's what it is, man. It doesn't matter. Guys shouldn't be judgmental. You could put a ring on a thing that you just met. Not that you just met, that, you know, that you've dealt with the first night you guys went out. It ain't no thing. Women, you shouldn't be worried about your perception. And if a guy is judging you based off of that perception, in my opinion, maybe he's not the right guy for you. What do you say about that?
Yeah, there's suckers out there. A lot of sucker guys out there. So you got to be mindful of that too.
I hear you. Anyways, y'all, it's Dwayne K. Another segment of Yapping in the Kitchen. We out of this piece.
Peace.
Yeah.